Now, in other exceptions such as delayed wound closure, grossly contaminated wounds, and an already infected wound, you cannot even use an absorbable suture because it worsens the infection risk. Basic surgical principles still applies. Choose the right suture for the wound, not for convenience, and not only Vicryl can be used. In fact, in an ideal facial laceration, monofilament non-absorbable suture remain widely recommended for optimal cosmetic outcome. The point was simple: understand the basics, understand the context, and choose appropriately. And that is exactly what I said in this video. So let me conclude by saying, cover the basics, and then you can choose a better suture material. Now, I'm going to be using your own evidence against you, so I'm not going to be introducing new evidence. I'm basing everything on your own evidence. On that same page, your author clearly states that there is no single suture material that is suitable for all wounds. So I genuinely wonder how your feeble brain missed that part that directly contradicts your own statement in your own video, that for any suturing involving the face, you use absorbable suture, the Vicryl suture. This is what you said.
So any suturing involving the face, please think about that one. Use the Vicryl suture for that person.
Your keyword was any suturing involving the face, and you even doubled down and made another fallible statement that when somebody comes in with a cut involving the face, please do not go in for the non-absorbable suture, the nylon suture. I'm paraphrasing you. That is what you said.
Somebody comes in with a cut or an injury involving the face, please don't go in for that non-absorbable suture, the nylon suture.
My guy, Vicryl is not the only suture used in facial lacerations, and that was the point I was trying to make. Non-absorbable monofilament sutures like the nylon you are talking about and advising people not to use can be used and is being used. In fact, in ideal situations, it's the most recommended, and your own link provides evidence to support this fact. So stop making bold, erroneous statements without thinking through it and standing by it. Again, your own source even admits, and I quote, controversy exists over using absorbable suture for epidermal wound closure. Some avoid absorbable sutures due to concerns for increased scar formation, increased wound adhesions, and increased wound infection. And this is exactly what I said in my video. And let me tell you why. These fine monofilament sutures, unlike the braided ones, the Vicryl that you are recommending, cause less tissue reaction, less inflammation, less infection, good scar outcome. The more reason why I was advocating for non-absorbable sutures. So let me repeat exactly as I stated at the end of my last video. You are wrong to claim that non-absorbable suture like the nylon should not be used for facial injuries and facial lacerations. And I realize it's not just you. A lot of people who are trained on the job, let me say so, have that belief that for face you don't use a non-absorbable suture. But you are wrong. The evidence from your own page directing viewers to go to does not even support that your absolute position that do not use non-absorbable or the nylon suture for facial lacerations. You either fail to read the full content of the very source you cited or fail to recognize the portions that directly contradict your own statements. Now, you also claim that I discouraged the use of interrupted suturing for facial lacerations. Let me be unequivocally clear. Yes, I did. In fact, I also advocated for running subcuticular technique